Hi, I'm Cora. For 8 years, I've been the rock at TechVision's marketing department, turning failing campaigns into gold. My team used to joke that I could sell ice to penguins, but honestly, it was just hard work and actually caring about what we did. The Q3 numbers are incredible. How did you pull this off? I remember my team's excitement during our morning meeting last spring, before everything went sideways. Simple. We listened to what customers actually wanted instead of what we thought they wanted. Those were the good days, when our marketing team felt like family. Sarah from HR would drop by with her amazing homemade cookies, and we'd brainstorm campaigns that consistently beat industry standards. My proudest moment was landing the sports tech account that everyone said was impossible. "You're going to love working with Cora," I overheard Kevin telling a new hire. "She actually knows her stuff and isn't afraid to get in the trenches with us." Then came the merger, and with it, Marcus Chen. From day one, something felt off about our new department manager. He had this way of smiling that never quite reached his eyes. Interesting strategy, but perhaps a bit outdated? That was his favorite phrase during meetings, especially when reviewing my proposals. We need fresh perspectives in this new market. I noticed how he'd schedule important meetings just minutes before they started, making sure I'd be caught off guard. But I adapted, started keeping detailed records of everything. The red flags kept piling up. "Haven't you heard? The industry is moving towards a younger demographic. We need people who understand that market," he said during lunch, loud enough for nearby tables to hear. Then came the Williams account presentation. I'd spent weeks preparing, double-checking every detail. 10 minutes before the client meeting, Marcus pulled me aside. "Oh, I forgot to mention, I made some last-minute changes to your presentation. Hope you don't mind." The PowerPoint was a mess. Slides rearranged, key data missing, my carefully crafted narrative destroyed. I had to improvise the entire hour, watching Marcus smirk every time I stumbled. "Maybe we should have Lily take point on the next presentation," he suggested afterward, gesturing to the new hire who'd started just 2 weeks ago. Fresh eyes and all that. I stayed late that night, rebuilding the original presentation and saving multiple backups. Something told me this was just the beginning. Looking back now, I wish I'd known just how right I was, and how spectacularly it would all blow up in Marcus's face. "Better watch your back," Kevin whispered as he passed my desk. I've seen that look before, and it never ends well for the person on the receiving end. If only Marcus knew who he was really messing with. But hey, that's getting ahead of the story. The next few weeks were like watching a slow-motion train wreck. Marcus started mentoring Lily extensively, always within earshot of my desk. "You've got real potential, the kind of fresh energy we need. Let me show you how to really modernize these campaigns." I tried accessing my project files one morning, only to find half of them corrupted or missing. The backup drive? Mysteriously reformatted. When I brought it up in our team meeting, Marcus just shrugged. "Technology, right? That's why we need to embrace cloud solutions. Lily, why don't you show everyone your new filing system?" The final straw came during the quarterly review. I sat there, dumbfounded, as Marcus presented my entire marketing strategy for the Peterson account, the one I'd developed over 3 months of late nights and client meetings. "Your strategy seems familiar," I interrupted, my voice steady despite my racing heart. Great minds think alike, though I've significantly improved upon the original concept. After the meeting, I cornered him in the break room. Those were my exact projections, down to the decimal points. Were they? Must have gotten mixed up in the shuffle. But hey, since we're chatting, your performance hasn't been meeting expectations lately. My numbers are better than ever. Numbers aren't everything. Lily shows remarkable initiative. Sometimes we need to make room for new talent. That's when I noticed Sarah from HR hovering nearby, concern evident on her face. She quickly disappeared into her office, but not before I caught her meaningful look. The next morning, my keycard didn't work. Security escorted me to a conference room where Marcus sat with a manila folder and that insufferable smirk. Unfortunately, due to ongoing performance issues and resistance to our new corporate culture, we're terminating your position effective immediately. Performance issues? Show me the documentation. Everything's in order. Lily will be taking over your accounts. We need someone who can connect with our younger demographic. I gathered my things while Marcus watched, practically bouncing on his heels. No hard feelings, right? It's just business. As security walked me out, I caught Kevin's eye. He slipped me a note. Check your personal email. You're not the first. What Marcus didn't know was that I'd been blind copying my college roommate on key emails for weeks. The same roommate who now sat on TechVision's board as CEO, reviewing all major personnel changes. Pack your things, Marcus called after me, that smug grin still plastered on his face. And don't bother with references. I'll be sure to give you exactly what you deserve. I smiled back, my first genuine smile in weeks. Because while Marcus was busy playing office politics, he'd missed the most important connection of all. Sometimes karma needs a little help from old college friends. I met James at our old college hangout, the corner cafe. The moment he saw the documentation I'd gathered, his casual demeanor shifted to CEO mode. This is seriously messed up, Cora. I've been reviewing all departments since the merger, but your division's turnover rate is off the charts. You should see my inbox. Kevin sent me quite the history lesson. Tell me everything. Just then, my phone buzzed with a message from Sarah. Need to meet ASAP. Bringing files. Original HR complaints disappeared from system. An hour later, we huddled in a private room at the cafe. Sarah spread out papers across the table, her hands shaking slightly. I've been tracking Marcus's pattern since he started. 3 other companies, same story each time. Targets experienced employees, especially women over 30, then replaces them with fresh graduates. And nobody stopped him? NDAs, settlements, threatened lawsuits. But he slipped up here. Didn't know I keep paper copies of everything. My phone chimed again. Kevin walked in, carrying his laptop. Remember that shared drive that mysteriously crashed last month? I'm a paranoid guy. Backed up everything. Check out these email threads. The screen showed dozens of exchanges between Marcus and his buddies at other companies. The old guard needs refreshing. Target the expensive ones first. HR's always too busy to notice the pattern. James was taking photos of every document with his phone, his jaw clenching tighter by the minute. Then came the bombshell. Lily rushed in, still wearing her TechVision badge. You won't believe what I just found. Marcus left his laptop unlocked during lunch. There's a folder called Strategy Updates. It's full of your original presentations with his name pasted over yours. The Williams account? Everything's there. Your original version, his butchered copy, and proof he deliberately sabotaged your files, plus some really nasty emails about making you look incompetent. Sarah pulled out another file. I found his previous HR complaints, all buried, all with hefty settlements. He's cost his former companies millions. Got his old performance reviews too, Kevin added. Lots of red flags about aggressive management style and concerning patterns of behavior. James stood up, straightening his tie. Board meetings tomorrow morning. Marcus is presenting his quarterly strategy. The one he stole from me? Exactly. Hope he's ready for some tough questions about his innovative ideas. Lily looked at her watch. I should head back. He's been having me compile reports all week for this presentation. Actually, James smiled, I think you should stay. We need your testimony, and I have a feeling your desk will be getting an upgrade soon. I couldn't help but picture Marcus's smug face, completely unaware that his perfectly planned house of cards was about to come crashing down. The boardroom was packed that morning. Marcus strutted in like he owned the place, shooting me a startled look before regaining his composure. This is a closed meeting. Security? Actually, James stood up from the head of the table. I invited her. Please, continue with your presentation. Marcus launched into his spiel, clicking through my slides with practiced confidence. As you can see, my innovative approach to the Peterson account? Interesting strategy, James interrupted. When exactly did you develop it? Over the past quarter, through extensive market research and... That's funny. I pulled out my laptop. Because I have the original files here, dated 3 months before you joined TechVision, complete with tracked changes showing your... modifications. The color drained from Marcus's face as James connected my laptop to the projector. Side by side, the evidence was damning. This is a misunderstanding. Lily, tell them about our collaborative process. You mean how you made me delete Cora's backup files? Or how you bragged about getting rid of the dead weight in the department? Sarah stepped forward, dropping a thick folder on the table. 7 complaints from your previous companies, all settled quietly, all involving wrongful termination of experienced female employees. Those records are sealed? Apparently not well enough. Kevin chimed in from the doorway. Your old HR manager says hi, by the way. She's been quite chatty since learning about your ongoing pattern. More employees started filing in. Marcus spun around, his confident facade crumbling. This is a witch hunt. I've increased department productivity by 30%. By taking credit for work you stole, a voice called from the back. Check the metadata on those reports. James stood again. Marcus Chen, you're terminated effective immediately. And before you reach for your phone to call your lawyer, our legal team has already documented everything, including your emails about targeting employees over 30. You can't do this. I have connections throughout the industry. Had connections, Sarah corrected. They're all receiving detailed reports about your activities right now. Good luck with those reference checks. Security appeared to escort him out. As they reached the door, Marcus turned back, desperate. Lily, you know I was mentoring you. Tell them. Thanks, but I prefer learning from someone who actually knows what they're doing. Cora, when can I start those advanced strategy sessions we discussed? Right after she settles into her new office, James smiled. Cora, congratulations on your promotion to Executive Director of Marketing Strategy. And Lily, you're looking at your new direct supervisor. As security finally dragged Marcus away, I caught his eye one last time. No hard feelings, right? It's just business. The boardroom erupted in applause as Marcus's access badge was cut in half. Sometimes karma doesn't just knock. It kicks the door down. What would you have done in Cora's place when you first noticed Marcus erasing your files and taking credit for your work? Would you have gathered evidence quietly like she did or confronted him immediately? Share your experience. Have you ever dealt with a toxic manager who tried to push you out? How did you handle it? If you enjoyed this story of workplace justice, hit that like button and subscribe for more revenge stories that'll make you think twice about office politics. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. New stories every week about karma catching up to those who deserve it.